Welcome to Acts of Kindness, the place where laughter, entertainment, and the best moments from the world of television come together. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our latest uploads. Today, we're diving into one of the funniest and most charming moments from The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, when Jesse Eisenberg and Brittany Snow joined Jimmy to play the fast-paced, high-energy word game called Tapple. Now, if you've ever seen Jesse Eisenberg in an interview, you already know, he's awkwardly hilarious, lightning fast with words, and has that unique, intelligent humor that makes him stand out every single time. Combine that with Brittany Snow's sweetness, confidence, and quick wit, and you've got the perfect setup for one of the most unexpectedly funny rounds of Tapple ever seen on late-night TV. Let's set the scene. The lights are bright, the energy is electric, and the studio audience is ready. Jimmy Fallon, with his usual grin, walks out from behind his desk holding the Tapple game, that colorful, circular contraption with big letter buttons all around it. He's got that mischievous smile, the one that tells you he's about to throw his guests into something fast, chaotic, and incredibly fun. Jimmy starts with his trademark enthusiasm. "All right, everybody, it's game time. I'm here with the amazing Jesse Eisenberg and the beautiful Brittany Snow, and tonight we're going to play one of my favorite games, Tapple." The crowd cheers as the camera cuts to Jesse and Brittany, both laughing but clearly bracing themselves. Jesse's got that nervous little grin, his hands slightly twitchy as if he's already thinking 2 moves ahead. Brittany, calm but competitive, gives a playful nod, ready to prove herself. Jimmy explains the rules quickly. "All right, here's how it works. I'll give you a category, and you'll have to come up with a word that fits that category starting with one of the letters on the Tapple wheel. But here's the catch, once you use a letter, it's gone. You've got 10 seconds to hit your letter and shout your word. If the timer buzzes before you do, you're out." The tension rises. Jesse looks at the Tapple device like it's a Rubik's Cube, while Brittany laughs, leaning toward him. "You look like you're calculating a math problem already," she teases. Jesse shoots back with that fast-talking, dry delivery he's known for. "I'm just trying to remember all the letters in the alphabet right now. It's been a while." The audience bursts out laughing. Jimmy shakes his head. "You'll be fine. Okay, let's do the first round. The category is fruits." Jesse immediately leans forward, his mind working at light speed. Jimmy starts the timer, the beeping sound fills the studio. Brittany goes first. She presses A and shouts, "Apple." Jimmy cheers, "All right. Classic start." Jesse hits B and blurts out, "Banana." "Nice," Jimmy says, moving his hands dramatically as the tension builds. Brittany thinks for a second, presses C and says, "Cherry." The audience applauds. Jesse doesn't hesitate, he presses M and yells, "Mango." The game is rolling now, the pace picking up. You can almost feel the pressure through the screen. Jimmy's laughing, keeping the energy high. Then, Brittany takes a second too long. She hovers over the wheel, hesitates, and finally says, "Grapefruit." Right before the timer buzzes. Jimmy jumps back. "That was close. That was so close." Jesse grins. "I was about to challenge that, grapefruit is too specific. It's like the fruit version of someone trying too hard." Brittany rolls her eyes, laughing. "You're just mad because I saved myself." Jimmy interjects, all right, next category. This time, things you might find in a classroom." The crowd cheers again. Brittany takes a deep breath, presses D, and says, "Desk." Jesse doesn't even blink. "Chair," he says, pressing C. Jimmy yells, "Yes, that's how you do it." Brittany presses P. Pencil. Jesse leans in with that signature intensity. "Teacher," he says, hitting T. Brittany quickly adds, "Eraser." Jesse smirks. "Student." Brittany raises an eyebrow. "That's just a human version of what I said." The crowd bursts out laughing, and Jimmy's trying to hold it together. Okay, technically both correct." The buzzer sound gets faster as the time ticks away. Brittany presses another letter, marker. Jesse slaps B and shouts, "Book." Jimmy's loving it. He's laughing, dancing around the stage, shouting, "Yes. Yes." These two are on fire. But then Brittany takes too long again. The buzzer goes off, and Jimmy points dramatically. "Oh no. Brittany, you're out." Brittany laughs, throwing her hands up. "I was thinking of something super creative, like a microscope. But I couldn't find the M." Jessie gives a small, triumphant nod. That's because I already used strategy. Jimmy teases him. Yeah, okay, strategy. Or pure coincidence. Now it's just Jessie. He's won the round. Jimmy does a little victory dance and shouts, Jessie takes round 1. The audience cheers. Jessie shrugs modestly. I think I peaked too early. It's all downhill from here. The next round begins. Jimmy, ever the showman, announces, okay, category number 2, types of movies. Brittany perks up instantly. Oh, I've got this one. Jimmy laughs. We'll see about that. Ready, go. Brittany hits C. Comedy. Jessie presses D. Documentary. Nice. Jimmy says. Brittany goes A. Action. Jessie replies instantly, R. Romance. Good. Jimmy cheers, pacing around them like a referee. Brittany presses H. Horror. Jessie pauses for a second, the audience starts counting down. 10, 9, 8, he finally presses S. Sci-fi. Jimmy yells, ooh. Saved by the buzzer. Brittany grins. You almost lost it there. Jessie smiles. I was trying to come up with something French to sound sophisticated. Brittany fires back, you could have said French film. The audience roars with laughter again. The chemistry between them is pure gold, playful, sharp, and just chaotic enough to make everything feel spontaneous. Jimmy wipes tears of laughter from his eyes. I can't keep up with you two. Okay, next category, things you wear. Brittany jumps in first. Jacket. Jessie goes, hat. Brittany, shoes. Jessie, scarf. Brittany, gloves. Jessie, pants. It's like watching a tennis match. Back and forth, faster and faster, until Brittany hesitates. She leans forward, trying to find an unused letter. Jessie whispers dramatically, you're running out of options. The buzzer sounds. Brittany laughs, falling back in her chair. No, I had, necklace. Jimmy bursts out laughing. You gotta hit the letter. Jessie laughs quietly, pressing N. Necklace. The audience loses it. Jimmy jumps up and points at him. You did not just steal her answer. Jessie gives that half smile. All's fair in Tapple and war. The audience chants his name, and even Brittany can't help but laugh. You're evil, she says, pointing at him. Jimmy wraps up the round, announcing, Jesse Eisenberg takes round 2. At this point, the energy is off the charts. The audience is clapping and cheering, Jimmy is laughing so hard he can barely stand still, and Brittany's mock frustration just adds to the fun. But now, Jimmy raises the stakes. Alright, this is the final round. Winner takes all. The category is, things you might see at the beach. The crowd goes wild. Jesse and Brittany both lean in, dead serious. Now, the timer starts. Brittany hits, S. Sand. Jesse hits, W. Waves. Brittany, T. Towel. Jesse, B. Bikini. Jimmy raises an eyebrow, teasingly. Nice choice, Jesse. Jesse smirks, it's an observation, Jimmy. Brittany laughs. Sure it is. The timer speeds up. Brittany presses, C. Cooler. Jesse, U. Umbrella. The crowd claps. Brittany, sunscreen. Jimmy yells, wait, you already used S. The audience gasps. Brittany covers her mouth, laughing. Oh no, I did. Jimmy shakes his head, trying not to laugh. You're out. Jesse wins again. The audience goes wild, cheering, as Jesse pretends to look bashful. This is really the first time I've ever won anything on television. I feel powerful. Jimmy holds up the Tapple wheel like a trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, your Tapple champion, Jesse Eisenberg. Brittany starts slow clapping sarcastically. Congratulations, Jesse. You've conquered the alphabet. Jesse laughs. It's a skill I've been developing since preschool. Jimmy doubles over laughing. I can't with you two. Then he takes a moment to thank both guests. You guys were incredible. Jesse, Brittany, thank you so much for playing. Everyone, go check out their new projects, Jesse in his latest directorial feature, and Brittany in her new series. You both are awesome. They all share a friendly wave to the camera as the music kicks in, the audience cheers, and the segment ends with that familiar Fallon energy, laughter, applause, and a sense of pure fun. Now, beyond the humor and the chaos, what makes this segment so delightful is the chemistry between the guests. Jesse Eisenberg's intellectual yet self-deprecating wit, paired with Brittany Snow's warm humor and quick reactions, created this perfect storm of laughter. You could tell both of them were having genuine fun, not just playing for the cameras. Jimmy Fallon, as always, was the perfect host, hyping up every word, turning small moments into big laughs, and keeping the game flowing with his infectious energy. But there's something deeper about why these game segments work so well. It's not just about the celebrity factor or even the humor, it's about the human side. These moments strip away the polished, scripted version of celebrity life. Suddenly, stars like Jessie and Brittany are just people, laughing, fumbling for words, and getting competitive over something as silly as naming fruits or beach items. And that's exactly why audiences love it. Because for a few minutes, you're not watching Hollywood stars, you're watching friends joking around. It's spontaneous, authentic, and heartwarming, and that's something The Tonight Show does better than anyone else. As the camera faded out that night, you could still hear the laughter echoing in the studio. Jimmy was joking with Jessie about joining a professional Tapple league, while Brittany teased him about his alphabet obsession. It was lighthearted, genuine fun, the kind that reminds you why late-night TV moments like this are so timeless. In the days after the episode aired, clips of the game went viral across social media. Fans couldn't stop quoting Jess's quick remarks and Brittany's adorable reactions. Twitter was full of memes. When Jesse Eisenberg wins Tapple, humanity loses. One fan joked. Another wrote, Brittany Snow laughing at Jess's chaos is my new favorite comfort video. The comments section on YouTube exploded with positivity. Jess's brain moves at 1,000,000 miles per hour. Brittany's laugh is everything. Jimmy's energy makes this 10 times funnier. That's the beauty of moments like this, they remind us how powerful laughter can be. No big production, no special effects, just 3 people having fun on a stage. And that's why we love sharing these stories on this channel. Because kindness, humor, and joy are contagious. They bring people together, even if it's just for a few minutes of fun during a game of Tapple. So, what did you think of Jesse Eisenberg and Brittany Snow's showdown on The Tonight Show? Who do you think should have won? Do you think Brittany was robbed when Jesse stole her necklace? Answer. Let us know in the comments below, we love hearing your thoughts. And before you go, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Acts of Kindness, and turn on notifications so you never miss another feel-good moment from the world of entertainment. Until next time, keep smiling, keep laughing, and remember, a little kindness goes a long way. Thanks for watching.